Fixed assets are part of the company's assets that are important in supporting the company's operational activities and have a fairly material role in the financial statements so that they can affect the decision making of user of financial statements. Therefore, it's necessary the record and report fixed asset and depreciation policy in accordance with PSK number 16 concerning fixed asset. Fixed assets are tangible goods owned by a company that are relatively permanent and used in the normal activities of the company, not for sales. Each company will have the type and form of fixed assets that are differing for one another. Even companies engaged in the same business do not necessarily have the same fixed asset. Let alone companies that have different business files. Thank you.
In general, fixed assets are often C can be featureless marginal buildings. I add some of them. Based on this definition, it is clear that not every company's asset can be grouped and fixed asset, and in order to be classified as fixed asset, an asset must have certain criteria.
Okay, the next material, number one, the asset is an item that has a physical form, not something that does not have a physical form, such as goodwill, patent, and so on. Number two, he is more than 1 year old. What is meant by asset life is economy life, not technical life, which is the period of time in which an asset can be used economically by the company. Number three, used for company operation. The goods the usable in the normal operation of the company. A used to generate revenue for the organization. Number four, not for sale. A tangible asset. This is owned by company and has a life of more than 1 year, but is purchased by the company with the intention of result, cannot be categorized as a fixed asset and must be included in the inventory group. Number five, material good owned by the company that are more than 1 year old and used in the company's operation, but the value of each per unit of the total price is relatively not too large compared to the company's total asset. Do not need to be include a fixed asset low value items such as pens, spoons, plates, staplers, desks, clock, and so on. Number six, company owned tangible asset of high value that are used in operation and have a life of more than 1 year but are leased by the company from another party should not be classified as fixed asset. Thank you.
Okay, I am Lesti Hasana explaining about the grouping of fixed asset. Grouping of fixed asset can be in the form of physicals, machinery, buildings, land, eggs. Of the various types of fixed asset owned by the company. For accounting purposes can be grouped into the group. The first, fixed assets that have unlimited life. This type of asset is a fixed asset that can be used continuously without having to refer or replace it. For example, the land where the office of or factory stands. Secondly, fixed assets that have an economic life. Asset like this must be replaced with a new or other asset. And finally, fixed assets are disposable and cannot be renewed. For example, in meaning because basically it is not the land itself that refers it but its contents, namely gold or oil. Next, methods of acquiring fixed assets. Not all fixed assets are always purchased by the company from other firms. Fixed assets can be acquired in various ways, where asset method of acquisition will affect the definition of the acquisition price of the fixed asset. 1. Cash for fixed asset acquired to cash first record the books as the amount of money spent to acquire the fixed asset, which include the innovative rate of the fixed asset, transfer duty, transaction expense, installation expense, and other. 2. Installment first has. If fixed assets are acquired through installments first, the cost of the fixed asset does not include interest. Interest during the instrument period must be called as interest expense for the current accounting period. Meanwhile, what is calculated as the equation price is the total installments plus additional expenses as shipping costs, transfer goods, installation costs, and other. 3. Exchange for securities. Fixed asset exchange for securities, either share or bonds of a particular company, are recorded in the books at the market price of the share or bonds held as acquired. 4. Exchange with other fixed assets. If fixed assets are acquired through exchange with other assets, the fixed cost principal should be used to acquire the new asset. 5. Acquire as a donation. If fixed assets are acquired as donation, they are recorded at their market value. Thank you.
Expenses during the period of as of fixed asset. There are expenses the most occurs during the period of as of the asset in order to meet the needs of the company. These expenses include number one, repair and maintenance. Expenses in the group can be sorted in investment expenses and larger expenses. Small expenses are included as part of the correct year. Operating expenses, which expenses are capitalized into the asset, thus increasing the accounting cost of the fixed asset. Number two, replacement. If it is impossible that a part of a fixed asset must be replaced due to damage or failure. If the replacement cost is small, it will be reduction charged as an expenses of the current year, where is the amount is real. It will be capitalized B to the reference fixed asset. Number three, addition. What the means by addition is to arrange of expenses the financial of the asset source as addition speeds in the building. Addition means capitalist and change.